Alright, welcome back everyone. Get it in frame here. So hopefully you guys can see everything okay. So I'm not sure if you can tell on the camera, but this valve that had split would only leak if you turn it on. Now it's leaking even though it's off. As you can see, it's off. So I'm going to go ahead and replace these today. And I'm just going to show you how I'm doing it. This tank is full, 2,500 gallons. So as soon as I take this off, you can imagine all the water that's going to gush out of here. There's really only one other thing you can do, is a tool called a jet sweat. It's basically a rod with a plunger on it. You open the valve, you stick that in there, and you expand that plug, and you'll be able to take this off, replace it, no big deal. Unfortunately, even as a plumber, I do not have a jet sweat, 1-inch jet sweat, so I'm going to do this live. Because at the end of the day, I've done this so many times that I could get it done pretty quick, pretty much as quick as someone can get a jet sweat in there. So I'll show you how I do it. And if you ever need to do it, here's some instruction. So these are normal plumbing brass ball valves, full port. I'm changing them now for new stainless steel to see if these will actually stay unsplit longer than these guys. First thing I want to do is measure here, make sure if I put it on this way, if I'm going to be able to open and close the valve without the handle hitting the tank or anything else around it, and it appears it'll be fine just like that. So first thing I'm going to do is get this valve ready with some pipe dope. Now normally I like to use Teflon tape, but in this particular case I got to do this quickly. I don't have enough time to sit there and wrap this Schedule 80 PVC nipple with tape. So dope does the same thing, and I could prep this and get it ready beforehand. So I'm going to put a good amount of dope on here. And normally I would also dope, hi Freya, I would normally dope the nipple as well, but I'm just going to put a lot on the female end here again because I don't have a lot of time. I don't want to waste a bunch of water doing this. So I don't know if you're going to be able to see too good. This isn't the best camera work, guys. You know the deal. So just real quick, let me kind of get in position here. It's going to get wet. So I got the valve ready. I'm going to get my pipe wrenches ready. You always want to back up whatever you're doing with pipe wrenches, so you don't, I don't want to disturb this at all going into the tank. If I tighten this too much, it could actually crack these bushings in here or disturb the bulkhead, and that's the last thing I want to do, because if that happens, then I'm going to have to pump all this water out of here. That is, if I don't lose it because of the broken bulkhead. So I'm going to back up the nipple with this, really gentle on this side, and then I'm just going to kind of do even tightness here. There we go. It's actually pretty loose. So I'm going to get this really loose, and it's going to start gushing out, because once again, this is 2,500 gallons of water. This tank is full, so I want to get it ready so the handle doesn't hit the ground as I'm turning it. Alright, so now I know it's really loose. I want to get it ready with the pre-doped. And when I put this on, I'm going to leave it on until I get a couple turns, then I'm going to shut it off. I don't want to blow out any of that pipe dope. So here we go, ready for with some waterworks. Okay, a couple turns, and I'll turn it off. I don't want to waste any more water than I have to. So that's pretty much it, guys. It's a lot of people are afraid to do that. They don't want to lose their water, and I understand that. But it's actually pretty simple. You just got to kind of do everything in a quick fluid motion. And there we go. No more leaks, and now we have a stainless steel ball valve installed. Let me show you this old one here. So I would think I probably lost maybe 1 gallon no more than 2 gallons. But you can see here the dark. I know I'm in the shadow here. This is probably really hard for you guys to see. But there's a dark spot on here where it's leaking. The other one's leaking as well. I want to repeat the process, do the same thing over there, and get these things insulated, and I'll show you the final product. Stand by.